it say? Feels good, Beck.
Where'd you get it?
I didn't. I made it.
Of course you did. What a stupid question. Of course you made it.
Kizzy! My cake. Well, let me cut it first. Watch your fingers.
You guys didn't wait for me?
You said not to.
Well, I didn't mean it though.
I want a cake.
Rude.
I didn't know how long you'd be once we get on that computer.
Did you get it?
Yeah, it's right here.
Let me get my glasses. Did you have to?
She asked me to look it up.
No, any excuse to escape for 10 minutes? Well, you blame him.
What is this?
Mom cake.
It's a timeline. It's starting from the lobotomy all the way to the plane crashes. It's pretty long. It's a complete list.
Yeah, it still doesn't make it a curse.
Ugh, nobody says it's a curse, Mother.
Everybody says, that was my point, everybody says it's a curse.
Well, nobody in this room.
You know what it is really? Hype. Perpetuating the myth, that whole American royalty crap.
A good cake.
The Kennedys aren't cursed, they're just really unlucky. Kind of stupid, a lot of them.
Cut me a piece, would you, Beck?
Too much money, that's their curse. Too much time on their hands. They had to go to work like normal people, most of those Kennedys would still be alive.
This is so good.
Maybe if they stayed home and watched television every once in a while instead of zipping up the veil, and none of that stuff would have happened.
You have the most interesting theories.
Don't patronize me.
I'm not, I'm being serious.
Normal people don't own their own airplanes. For instance, you know anyone who owns their own airplane? Do you, Allie?
Well, I know it's one guy. Or Roger?
Yeah.
Roger.
Well, you know someone, but that is not the norm. An average person doesn't own their own airplane.
You're right, he's not average.
No, he's a member of the jet set.
Exactly. That's what the word means. Jet set. The jet setters. Buzzing around in their little pipers and whatever. Crashing off the coast of Massachusetts, regular people don't have 10 relatives die in separate airplane crashes.
It wasn't 10.
Just about if you count Teddy who survived.
Well, I think it's sad. Teddy surviving?
Of course it's sad. All those good-looking people falling out of the sky. It's a freaking waste. But it's not a curse. It's just rich people acting stupid.
I thought you liked JFK.
I'm not talking about JFK. I'm not talking about the ones that were assassinated. Although getting shot by a crazy gunman is kind of a rich guy problem too, isn't it?
Not necessarily. I mean,
It doesn't matter. That's not really what I'm talking about. I'm talking about unqualified pilots. I'm talking about skiing and playing football at the same time.
That was stupid.
Yeah, look at me. I'm a Kennedy. I can catch a football while flying down a mountain on sticks. Of course he died. Idiot. I know it's a terrible thing to say, but this was a grown man acting like a complete moron. The arrogance of these people.
the Greeks would call that hubris. Arrogance in the face of... Actually, I guess it's not hubris, technically.
If hubris means reckless, then that's the right.
No, it has, it's not reckless. It has something to do with the gods.
Well, that's probably the right word then. They're very Catholic, those Kennedys.
I'm curious. I'm going to look it up.
Fill me up. What's Rebecca? This is nice in our fucking politics. It'll change.
It's juice. Oh, right. Sorry. It's the third time you've done that. I know, I'm sorry. Are you testing me? No, I'm not testing you. It's just habit. I'm sorry.
Ah, here it is. Hubris, an insolent pride or presumption.
That's still all right. Insolent pride.
And number 2 is, in Greek tragedy, arrogance towards the gods leading to nemesis.
It's like coming to school when we visit you, too.
Is that right?
Izzy hated school. No, I didn't. Don't listen to her, Howie. Just because I was lousy at it didn't mean I hated it. Ooh, sounds like you and squash, Howie.
She means the game, not the vegetable.
I know what you meant.
You know who was cursed? Rose Kennedy. 104 years old, living through all that death. She's the one I feel sorry for.
Anyone want more cake?
Whoa, none for me.
Then we should do gifts. Ooh, yay, gifts.
Yay, gifts.
I don't remember how I got on all that Kennedy stuff. What's he talking about before?
Aristotle Onassis.
Oh, right. What was I saying about him?
You were saying how he'd get really tipsy and never stop talking.
I'm not tipsy. I'm sure I had a very interesting point to make.
This is from us.
Happy birthday.
Wow, thank you. It's wrapped so nice. It's a shame to rip it open.
Back always in such nice clothes. I don't have a fingers are too fat. Oh, look at that.
It's more of a practical gift, but I thought you could use it.
It's a bathroom set.
I see. It's nice.
Look at the color, it's so pretty.
The gift receipt's inside if you want a different style.
Why would you want a different style? It's beautiful. Isn't it beautiful, honey?
Is this your way of telling me you don't like my Three Stooges shower curtain?
Of course not.
Okay.
This is for when you want to change, you'll have it.
You know, that Three Stooges thing is kind of goofy, honey.
The word is kitschy, Mother.
Howie, look up kitschy, would you? See if this is crap.
I didn't know what to get you.
This is great. Seriously, thank you.
I like your shower curtain.
I know, I was kidding.
Well, since you're moving in with Augie.
That's right. His bathroom does need a little proofing up. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Howie.
Don't thank me, Becca picked it out. Ah, what?
Ooh, an envelope. Smells like cash.
You wish. I think I'm going to trust you with cash. It's a gift certificate.
To a pea in the pod.
They have very nice maternity clothes. Nothing schlubby.
Oh, thank you, Mommy.
I thought we weren't doing baby stuff.
Who said that?
For the birthday, I thought we'd wait until the shower.
I'll get her something else for the shower. What's the difference?
Nothing. I just would have gotten her something different had I known we were doing baby stuff.
That was my fault. I told her
It's not baby stuff. It's mommy stuff. She's going to need clothes.
I know. That's why I would have gotten her something different had I known we were doing baby stuff.
So take it back. We can take it back.
Don't tell her that.
No, he's right. I should.
Becca, please.
I'll get you a basket of Micellar lotion.
Becca?
Stretch marks.
What? Let go of the bathroom set. I like it. You can get the lotions another time. Thank you. You're
It's
welcome.
a nice set. I like the color.
One more juice, Izzy?
No, I'm good.
So can anybody use those stretch mark lotions or just...
Hey, how's Taz doing?
He's great. Ben says he needs to lose a little more weight though.
Really?
Oh, he eats like a trooper.
What are you feeding him?
Regular dog food. Whatever's on sale.
Oh, because I wrote down on that printout I gave you the stuff that we usually feed them. It's got a printout, right?
Yeah.
We're feeding him the science diet. It's a special low-fat mix.
Yeah, well that's really expensive. He likes what I do.
Except that it's making him fat.
Howie,
He's not fat. He's just a little chubbier.
I think the weight suits him.
Maybe he eats because he feels punished. That's what I do.
Remember Pickles? Now that was our dog growing up. She was this enormous. What breed was Pickles?
She was a mutt.
No, I know, but she was like a collie with a German Shepherd mixed in. Now she was fat.
Probably because of what you fed her.
Yeah,
Now
probably.
I remember what it was, what I was going to say about Aristotle Onassis.
Mom, too.
It was about his son, the one that died in the plane crash.
I'm gonna go with the kid.
I know another rich kid in a plane crash, but this was my whole point. You should have stopped me from going off on that Kennedy tangent, because my point was about Onassis. And now when his son died, he was so distraught by the senselessness of it all that he put up this big reward to anyone who could prove someone had sabotaged the plane. Have you read this, Howard?
Not sure.
He just couldn't believe that what had happened was an accident, so he offered all this money to anyone who could come up with a reasonable explanation. He needed someone to blame.
Oh, Jesus, here we go.
He needed a reason for losing his son. And it didn't come, of course. And it killed him. The grief did. He only lasted a couple of years after that because he never came to terms with it. He had nothing to give him comfort, and so he died. It's like the Kennedy curse, isn't it? You know, he would rather that his son was killed by some kind of secret assassination than by bad luck. See, people want things to make sense.
We don't think Danny died because of a curse, Mom.
Of course you don't.
Or because someone sabotaged us or was out to get us. We know there's no sensible explanation.
I know you
Then
do.
why are you telling the story?
I'm just talking. I can't talk.
You never just talk. It always seems like you're just talking, but it's always so much more, isn't it?
No, I don't even know what that means.
Hey, here's an idea. Let's change the subject.
Didn't I say no wine?
She brought it herself. What was I supposed to do, huh?
What did I say?
Mom, you promised.
Promised what? It's not my fault she missed my point.
At what point? That Aristotle Onassis died of grief because he couldn't find someone to blame?
I'm not talking about blame. I'm talking about comfort.
Oh, comfort. Well then.
You guys, this is supposed to be my party.
Where are you getting it?
Comfort?
Yes, if I may ask.
I'm not.
Well,
Well, what?
well, I think you should.
Okay, I'll get right on that. See what I can dig up on eBay.
Don't get flip with me, Becca. I'm just trying to talk to you.
I'm gonna help clean up because I think we're just up in here.
Howie says you won't go to the support group.
Oh, Howie says.
She asked how you were doing. What was I supposed to say?
Why didn't you just say fine? You know she's gonna run with whatever you give her.
Look, I hoped her talk was healthy. Isn't that what that book say, Howie?
So this is what exactly? An intervention?
If it is, I'm really pissed.
It's not.
It's not a discussion.
It couldn't wait till tomorrow.
Listen,
I'd have
please.
I remember when Arthur died, I found the support group very helpful.
Well, that's you. It isn't me. And Arthur isn't Danny.
I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying it was helpful.
She doesn't like the people.
Howie.
What you doing? I'm just explaining.
What's wrong with the people? They've lost children too. They understand what you're going through.
No, they understand what they're going through.
Well, still, you must have some things in common.
You would think so, Mom, but actually we don't. Other than that whole dead kid thing, of course.
Well, it couldn't hurt to try again.
Actually, it can. You haven't met that room full of God freaks.
They're not God
Most of
freaks.
them are, Howie. That's all they talk about. God's plan. At least he's in a better place.
They're not all like
My
that.
favorite is God needed another angel. What is that? He's God. Why can't he just make another angel? These people are bonkers.
Maybe God gives them comfort.
Well, it pisses me off. Finding some ridiculous meaning and, hey, look! Stepped in shit! It all must be part of God's plan!
Now you're just being silly.
Oh, I'm being silly.
Faith helps people cope, Becca. What's wrong with that? I know when Arthur died.
Again with Arthur.
If I didn't have God.
See? That's exactly why I don't go, if I didn't have God.
They're not all like that. Kevin's not. Gabby's not like that.
It sounds like you're jealous of them.
Yes, I am. Yes, of course I am. How nice. They all have something that makes them feel a little bit better. Like I don't feel bad enough. I have to go and have that rubbed in my face.
Nobody's rubbing. You're not being fair
You
here.
know, I don't understand why you don't believe in God anyway.
Now look where we're going.
Look, I brought you to church every Sunday. You used to believe in God.
Well, I don't anymore.
Well, you should, Becca. What if you're wrong? What if there is a God?
Then I'd say he's a sadistic prick.
Becca, please.
Worship me, and I'll treat you like shit. No wonder you like him. He sounds just like Dad.
You don't have to strike out at me like that, Becca. I know you're still in a bad place, but I am trying just to help you.
Right.
You know, I wish I had someone to sit me down when Arthur died. I wish I had someone to give me a little bit of advice.
You know what I wish? I wish you would stop comparing Danny to Arthur. Danny was a 4-year-old boy who chased his dog into the street. Arthur was a 30-year-old heroin addict who hung himself. Frankly, I resent how you keep lumping them together.
He was still my son.
And I don't recall anyone giving you instructions on how best to grieve for him. I think it's time for me to go to bed now. Izzy, enjoy the bathroom set.
I'm gonna.
I was never that mean to anyone. When Arthur died, I was just as upset as she was, and I never took it out on people like that.
What about Mrs. Bailey?
Nobody's talking about Mrs. Bailey. Izzy, please.
You know what this is about.
Yeah, her and her mouth.
Yeah, this party was a bad idea.
Didn't I tell you not to get into anything with her?
We got a letter today from Jason Willett.
What? Why? What did he want?
She said it didn't bother her, but I'm sorry, it is.
No, hey, this was great. We should do it again next year.
Dear Mr. and Mrs. Corbett, I wanted to send to you my condolences on the death of your son, Danny. I know it's been 8 months since the accident, but I'm sure it's probably still hard for you to be reminded of that day.
Probably still hard for you to be reminded of that day. I think about what happened a lot, as I'm sure you do too. I've been having some troubles at home and at school, and a couple people here thought it might be a good idea to write to you. I'm sorry if this letter upsets you. That's obviously not my intention. Even though I never knew Danny, I did read that article in the town paper and was happy to learn a little about him. He sounded like he was a great kid. I'm sure you miss him a lot, as you said in the article. I especially like the part where Mr. Corbett talked about Danny's robots, because when I was his age, I was a big fan of robots too. In fact, I still am in some ways. I've enclosed a short story that's going to be published in my high school lit magazine. I don't know if you like science fiction or not, but I've enclosed it anyway. I was hoping to dedicate the story to Danny's memory. There aren't any robots in this one, but I do think it's the kind of story that he would like if he were my age. Would it bother you if I dedicated the story? If so, please let me know. The printer deadline is March 31st. If you tell me before then, I can have them take it off. I know this probably doesn't make things any better, but I wanted you to know how terrible I feel about what happened to Danny. I know that no matter how hard this has been on me, I can never understand the depth of your loss. My mom has only told me that about 100 times. I, of course, wanted to say how sorry I am that things happened the way that they did. And that I wish I had driven down a different block that day. I'm sure you do too. Anyway, that's it for now. If you'd like to let me know about the dedication, you can email me at the address above. If I don't hear from you, I'll assume it's okay. Sincerely, Jason Willett. P.S. Would it be possible to meet you in person at some point?
What is this? Becca! Becca! Becca!
What?
What'd you do here?
What's the matter?
What is this?
What's what?
The television, what is this?
It's the Discovery Channel. The tornado program you said you wanted to watch and I recorded it for you. Why?
For Christ's sake.
What is the matter?
It's Danny's tape! You recorded over Danny's tape!
No, I didn't. Pride and Prejudice was on that tape. We were watching it last night.
I switched them.
What?
Last night, after you went to bed, I watched Danny's tape.
Why didn't you take the tape out of the machine?
Why didn't you check to see what was in there?
Because I assumed it was the TV tape.
Jesus, Becca!
God, it was one of the baby videos?
No, it was the long one, the most recent one. It had the park on it in Mexico.
How was I supposed to know you snuck down here?
And Christmas!
I thought it was the TV tape.
It wasn't!
I know. Howie.
So it's gone. The whole thing, just gone.
I'm sorry.
It's the only copy, Becca!
I didn't do it on purpose.
Are you sure?
What does that mean? You think I recorded over Danny's tape on purpose?
I don't know.
You don't know.
Why didn't I take it out of...
Why would I deliberately record over
I don't
it?
know.
Why would
I don't know! Danny's paintings. You took Danny's paintings off the
To
refrigerator.
save them, I put them in plastic.
You shoved them in a
For
box.
safekeeping.
Okay.
I didn't throw the paintings out.
I know you didn't.
You think I didn't want that tape?
Obviously, it wasn't on purpose. But maybe, I don't...
But maybe what?
Maybe subconsciously?
Subconsciously. Is that what they're telling you at group? How I'm doing things subconsciously?
You're trying to get rid of him! Alright, I'm sorry, but that's how it feels to me sometimes. Every day it's something new. It's like you're trying to erase any evidence that he was ever here.
I didn't know that tape was in there.
I'm not talking about the tape, Becca. It's not just the
The
tape.
paintings are downstairs in a box. You can look at them whenever you want.
His clothes. His shoes.
Why would we keep all that stuff, Howie? We don't
You're trying to sell the
We
house.
already talked about that!
Taz. Sending Taz to your mother.
There was a lot going on, Howie. We couldn't deal with the dog.
I was fine with the dog. I was the one walking the dog.
Yeah, well, he got underfoot.
And he was a reminder.
Yes. Yes, he was a reminder. So what? So what? I wanted one less reminder on here that is perfectly normal.
And since you never wanted the dog to begin with.
Oh, for Christ's sake!
Well, if I hadn't bought the dog.
And if I hadn't run inside to get the phone, if I had latched the gate.
I left the gate
But
unlatched.
I didn't check it! God, I'm not playing this game again, Howie. It was no one's fault.
Not even the dog.
I know that.
He loved that dog.
Of course he did.
And you got rid of him.
Right, like I got rid of the tape, I get it.
God. Becca, it's not just the tape. I'm not just talking about the tape. It's his clothes, it's his shoes, it's the paintings, it's Taz, it's everything. You have got to stop it. Do you hear me? You've got to stop it. You have to stop.
Do you really not know me, Howie? Come on, do you really not know how utterly impossible that would be? To erase him? No matter how many things I give to charity or how many art projects I box up, do you really think that I don't see him every second of every day? And okay, God, I'm trying to make things a little easier on myself by hiding the photos and giving away the clothes, but that does not mean that I am trying to erase him. The tape was an accident.